have some tea.
Yes.
And it's it's literally just some tea behind the scenes from us at Roof Republic.
So get your coffee cups ready.
Because we're about to do some rooftop confessions.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Shingle Mingle. My name is Chantel, owner of Roof Republic, host of Shingle Mingle, and today I have here Hannah. She is literally my mini-me. If I don't answer the phone, Hannah will definitely answer it. And, today we're going to be talking about rooftop confessions and literally the wildest stories that we've encountered. And one funny story that I do want to talk about is how Hannah and I met. So, Hannah, how did we meet?
You were committing a crime.
True.
So she was breaking into pools all across the city, and she happened to break into mine.
Yes.
And she had cool tattoos.
Yeah.
And I told my husband, I was like, I want to talk to her. She has cool tattoos, but I'm too scared. And he goes, hey, lady.
Yep.
My wife thinks you have cool tattoos. And then we just hit it off, and now we're BFFs.
I know. Isn't that funny? I mean, I'm like, hold on. She's hitting on me. She's got tattoos. She's cool. And funny story is, so we didn't have a pool. I was a single mama with my boy, and everybody that knows me knows that I'm such a water girl. I love the water, and whenever I get a chance to, I'm gonna go to the pool. Well, I've broken into probably a good amount of like 30, pretty much a lot of apartments, and that's when I met Hannah.
Yeah.
And she's like, what apartment do you live at? I'm like, oh, I don't. I'm just visiting by myself with my kid. But which one do you stay at? So I know in case I get asked again, I can just use your house. But anyways, so today we're going to be talking about rooftop confessions.
Yes.
But I do want to say, and just for everybody that's watching that wants to get in the roofing industry as a female, how does it feel making that jump?
You know, I was super terrified. Like, I've been in dental for as long as I can remember, doing insurance, and I didn't want to leave the job security, right? Like, I was so stuck in this, mindset that I needed to just clock in, clock out. It didn't make sense to me to want to leave that. And you really were like, no, just do it. No, just do it. No, just do it. And then when my son was 5 years old, he needed open heart surgery. I almost got fired from my job in the dental world that I, worked really hard at. I never did anything wrong. I was always on time, and, they wanted to fire me for it, which was wild. So I called you and you said, Hannah, just trust the process, just do it. And I did. And I would not change it for the world. It literally changed my life. So if you're scared and you don't know what to do and you're tired of the run-of-the-mill in and out, clocking in and helping other people become millionaires, leave now. It is absolutely worth it.
Yes, yes. And if you're a female thinking about joining the industry, hop on, because I want to build a badass team with women roofers. I will teach you how to close. We'll teach you, we're HAG certified, so we'll teach you exactly what to look for and to go after the insurance company. Life is way too short to be just doing 100%. This clock in, clocking out bullshit. Make your own schedule, the freedom, the flexibility, the money. So that's just my take. But so, wildest stories. Wildest stories. This is going to be fun. So let's start with, what is the craziest thing that you've seen on a roof?
A condom. A condom. Like, not one in the package. Like, it had 100% been
an open
used.
condom.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny is I've found a pink dildo.
What are people doing up there?
A pink random dildo on the roof for I don't know what reason. I mean, I found bullet holes.
Yeah,
I
same.
found knives. I found a freaking dead fish. Literally this big, just skin and bone. I can't think of somebody would just flop a fish on a roof. Well, I don't understand. It's crazy.
I mean, even like mummified lizards. I mean, just weird shit, but like definitely the condom and the dildos. Like,
Wait.
remember I told you the other day? Someone found a literal shit. Like a full-on turd.
Yes.
like a loaf. Just laying up there.
That's horrid. That's horrid.
How does that happen?
I have no idea. I have no idea. And, you know, a lot of people don't get on the roof. So, and the people that do, it's like we find, you would think that you would not find these things, but we have seen the craziest stuff.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. Have you showed up to, say, a job site or an inspection or anything like that, and you've thought like, holy shit, no, I'm not doing it?
For sure. It was like my very first few months in roofing, and I still felt like a baby deer up there. Like, I would get to the gutter and my legs would start to shake. I mean, there was one time where I got up to the gutter and I looked at it and I said, absolutely fucking not. And I went my happy ass back down. Like, I tap out on certain pitches. This was like a 12-12. It might have even been like a 13-14.
What about the time? So this was, I want to say, one of your first commercial jobs that you came on.
Oh my gosh.
We pulled up to this commercial job and we brought our 2-story ladder. Well, we were still missing at least how much of ladder?
I mean, a little. So it was like a strip center.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like, you know, like a big, tall Home Depot or anything. It was just like your run-of-the-mill strip center. And we had to have been, I mean, a couple of feet.
At least I'd say a good 5 to, at least 5 feet. So our ladder didn't reach the top. So we looked at it and we're like, what should we do? So we backed our truck up, opened up the ladder, put the ladder in the back of the truck.
Yep.
And hey, it worked. We
Talk
got
about
up
fucking
there.
sketchy. And you were like, just do it and you're cool. You got it. I don't want to be cool. I want to go home.
Our trucks are lifted high.
Yeah.
I want to say the truck is on 37 tires and I want to say like an 8-inch lift.
Yeah.
So literally that lift and putting the ladder in the back of the truck, I mean, hey, we got up there. We did it. We did the damn thing.
Yeah. Coming down was a lot harder than going up though.
Yeah, for sure. So has somebody opened up to you, like on the job?
Oh, I mean, yeah, all the time. Single moms. There was even like a war veteran. He was elderly, sweetest man ever. And he just wanted someone to talk to, right? Like someone had just put a roof on. He was having issues with it. They kind of ghosted him and they called us out and we were going to do a repair. We did it for free because it was something super small. But he kept us there for like 3 hours telling us about his war days, and it was like super sad that he was just so lonely. His kids never come visit him. Aww. So just little things like that. Like I don't mind, you know, sitting with someone for 3-4 hours if they like need me to, right?
For sure. And I mean, it's funny because a lot of our homeowners just become our friends.
Oh, for
and
sure.
We're like, hey, we're just gonna be there, do a quick inspection. I'll just block my day for an hour. But then it's like we sit there and we talk.
Yeah.
We talk about life. We talk about, you know, what's going on, you know, in their life and our life, you know. I mean, shoot, our last homeowner, she wants to start coming to the gym with me.
Yeah.
And you know, it's we build these relationships with our homeowners where they opened up and they trust us with their situations, and then they invite us on their boats.
Yeah, I've been on a boat for a 4th of July thing. I've been invited to Super Bowl parties with their whole entire family, and of course we went.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to turn down a good time.
And it's funny because we'll go do inspections and, I mean, we come home with bottles of wine. We'll come home with, I got home with banana bread the other day.
That homeowner bought Eli pizza.
I took Eli with me to an inspection and it just literally lasted longer. He went home with a bag of Legos because they had this whole playroom for their grandkids, but their grandkids don't even go there anymore. And so he was giving Eli a bunch of Legos and he ordered pizza for him. And literally we were sitting there what was supposed to be an hour of my day. We literally left at like 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
We ate dinner, we talked, we signed them up to get a new roof.
Yeah.
I mean, we love it.
Dude, some of my clients are really good friends of mine now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. And then we just save their number.
Yeah.
So how does it feel being a woman, like in this industry, but also being a woman, you know, feeling underestimated all the time, you know, saying, hey, you know, you're a woman, you belong in the kitchen?
Oh, yeah. So I've actually had a homeowner tell me that, which it was wild. So there was a big hailstorm in San Marcos, and his neighbor had called us out. We ended up talking to him while he was outside. I was going to get on the roof with my husband, and he looked my husband dead in the eyes, didn't even look at me, and he said, I don't know why you have your wife out here trying to get on roofs. Women belong in the kitchen. Mm-hmm. And my husband was like, absolutely not. Like, we don't do business with people like that. And I was like super grateful that he stuck up for me that way too. Like,
sure.
That's not acceptable. Just, I can do everything you can and probably better.
I mean, it's crazy because I've been in adjustment appointments where I've showed up and they're like, oh, are you admin? Are you office? And it's that's the first thing they can think of. You know, it's, oh, why are you here? You know, you're not supposed to be here. You're supposed to be at the office. That, you know, we're not supposed to be climbing roof. Or, oh, no, I don't feel comfortable you going up there because I'm a female. But just know that we have the training that those guys also have. We can also get up there. We are going to be safe. Like, we're fine. Give us the opportunity to prove you wrong and to let you know that we can do it just as good, if not better. Our 100%. Attention to detail, you know, don't give us this label of, you know, that women belong in the kitchen, that they shouldn't be up on roofs. You know, give us the opportunity to prove you wrong, and we will blow your freaking mind with our knowledge. And, you know.
And in this industry, because it is such a male-dominated field, like, we have to study. We have to put more into it because we have to know more than them.
And prove ourselves every single time.
All the time. And I mean, people have even called the office phone and said, can I please speak to someone that knows about roofing? Yeah, me. So it really, whenever I'm able to overcome that and teach them some things and, you know, win the job and finish it, and then they're like, wow, that was awesome. I've never had a contractor as good as that.
Isn't it awesome?
And then it's just like, fucking told you.
Exactly. And that's why we're so big on knowledge, because we know our stuff. We know what we're talking about. We know what we're putting on there. You know, we're not just some chump in a truck throwing God knows what on your roof. You know, we stand behind what we put on, and we know for a fact that you're going to be well protected with the roofing system that we put on, and I'm going to back it up. What's something your crew wouldn't want you to share, but you're going to share anyways?
Oh, this poor guy. It was on one of our job sites. It was recently. Oh my God, I feel so bad. Like, he couldn't make it down the ladder in time and totally pissed his pants.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
Pissed his pants.
Poor guy.
So bad.
Oh my gosh. It reminds me of that time that, remember when our crew ate, I want to say they all went to dinner the night before. I swear, they all went out the night to dinner the night before. We had a huge 120 squares out in the boonies, okay? It was out in the boonies. And our crew really, really needed to use the restroom. And our homeowner, she is the sweetest thing. She's like, absolutely, use the restroom. Well, we had about, I want to say, between 8 guys running the job. Yeah. And they were going in there back to back to back to the bathroom. They were all going in there, and we're like, what in the heck is going on? I mean, usually like 1 or 2 is okay, but why are they coming in packs? And then all of a sudden, the homeowner calls me freaking out. When I tell you that they destroyed that
literally
bathroom,
blew it up.
Blew it up. I mean, it was so bad. I had to call an emergency cleaning lady. Yeah. Okay.
Plumber.
I had to call a plumber. I'm like, get out here. I have no idea what happened. No idea what the heck they all ate, because it's literally, they're just coming in like back to back. Every 1 minute, they're just like trading.
It had to have been food poisoning or something. Because that was like unheard of.
But don't worry, we fixed it. We cleaned it up. We took care of it. But Oh, poor guys.
Note to self, don't eat anything weird before 120 square.
Please don't. If you're a crew installer, please watch what you're eating. And note to self, I will have a porta potty for my crew next 100 square if we're in the boonies and they can't go to the restroom.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to go through that again.
Lesson learned.
Lesson learned. So have you ever had a crew member ghost or flirt with a client or anything like that?
Well, we had someone from the sales team and someone from the crew have a little fling that they tried to keep on the DL.
Yeah.
But we caught them sexting.
Definitely caught them sexting. And it's funny because we were in a conference meeting and I introduced them. Little did I know that they already knew each other.
They were texting each other about being excited to see each other at the conference.
During our meeting, and yeah, I mean, long story short, they're no longer with us. You know, it's one thing to have a relationship, and then there's another thing just doing it very dirty. Just don't lie about it. Be open about it.
Well, and one of them was in a relationship.
Yeah,
too,
exactly.
so.
Especially if you're a man and you're married and have wives at home.
With a baby.
Don't do that. Please don't do that. No better.
Don't be that guy.
Don't be that guy.
No.
No.
Because we will call you out.
Yeah, we will. And we'll fire your ass. Because that's something that we just don't put up with.
No.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, for sure.
I can't say I don't like our cruise music because it's Latino music. Like, that's my kind of jam. I don't listen to a lot of, like, that mariachi that they do. Because it's more of, like, the Mexican.
Yeah, and they started pretty early.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, can we, like, wait until lunchtime?
They're, like, ready to jam. 7 o'clock in the morning, let's go, honey. But let's talk about Corey's playlist.
Okay, so y'all, Corey is my husband, and I love the man dearly, but there are some times where I'm like, you have listened to this song on repeat all day, and it's not even that good. Can we please turn it off? Please.
And your playlist is, your playlist is that
good one.
That good 2000s, I'm a
good
Barbie girl.
But not even that. It's like some good Ashanti.
It is.
Some good stuff. Some good stuff from the 2000s.
The good T-Pain back in the day.
Yeah, like 2000s hip hop R&B.
Yes.
I mean, I'll do some country, but not like my horse is dead.
No.
I don't do that stuff. Like George Strait. I can't handle it. I can't do it.
I can do Morgan. Is it
Morgan Wallen?
Is that his name?
That's more like country pop, right?
Yeah,
like
that I can do.
Old Western.
That Western honky tonk. You guys like two-stepping in a circle. I don't know what the heck you guys are doing at those country bars.
Dude, I've tried to learn it, and it's like not easy.
I mean, I can do it, but it's I feel like a retard could do it because it's like 2 steps and then 1 back.
Okay.
You don't even like move your hips or nothing. You're like in place.
I can't do it. So am I.
Maybe I probably can't do it either, but I try. So tell me about a time somebody called you for a roofing emergency that we literally show up and it's nothing.
Yeah. I mean, a ton of times. So we got this one call, went out, and he's like, this is an emergency. I need you to come now. And I have a really horrible leak in my house. It's all over the walls. So emergency comes first, right? Yeah. So we had rescheduled some appointments and we headed straight over there. This man had already cut his wall out. Okay, his drywall was cut out. We get into the attic, we get on the roof. Dude, it was literally an AC drip.
Had nothing to do with that wall.
Nothing to do with the wall.
Oh,
nothing to do with the roof. Yeah. He went. He also had another contractor come out, and the other contractor was like, homie, it's not your roof. And he was like, no, it is. And then we came out and we were like, dude, it's not your roof. And then he kind of started to be like, oh shit, I probably shouldn't have cut that wall.
We've had a few call-ins where they're like, hey, it's leaking in my attic. I can hear it. I need you to come now. Mm-hmm. And we're like, okay, drop everything, coming now. We have an emergency response team for a reason. And it's funny because we get there, we go in the attic, has nothing to do with the roof.
Yeah.
It's literally their AC drip can. It's just literally dripping like, dun,
yeah.
dun, dun, and that's literally it.
Mm-hmm.
And roof is perfect. Roof perfect. It's literally just that AC. So before you freak out,
Yes.
unless you have any water stains happening like that, relax.
Yeah.
Let us get to you, and we will handle it
Yeah,
for sure.
do like a real assessment before you start cutting it.
Please.
And drywall. Don't do that.
Yes, for sure. So have you ever had to fake nice and call somebody out?
So I say it all the time in the office. You and I both have a customer service voice.
Oh yeah.
Like we'll
Absolutely.
be talking like this, and then something happens to Chantel and I both. When that phone rings,
It's like a whole different person.
hi, thank you for calling Rooftop Public. Like it's like way high up. Our octaves go, and
Yep.
like we'll even like sit different.
I know, and sometimes we'll even like put our pinky up too. Like, hello, thank you for calling Roof Republic. How can I help you?
And then as soon as we hung up, we're like, oh God.
I'm fucking tired.
Like 80-year-old smokers just like, oh, this is horrible. But on the phone, you will never know that. We sound like so southern and sweet and nice.
yeah.
And yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, bless your heart.
Yes, from the South Country little girls. One confession that people would probably don't expect. I will let you know that I know something, but deep inside, I might not have know it. Just give me a second, let me Google it real quick, and I will come back. And you still won't know that I didn't know it. But now I did.
I will say, Chantel is really good about like,
Winging it.
yeah, faking it till she makes it.
Absolutely.
And then so she'll like spew some shit, and it sounds really legit. And it'll really make you think like, damn, she knows what she's talking about. And then later on, you'll find out that she really didn't fucking know. She was just guessing, and she went to YouTube University and learned her something. And then, but I mean, usually it doesn't sound like way off the wall.
No. It's usually if I have to figure out about some plumbing or shit, I learned how to do a freaking bathroom off YouTube. You know, but the thing is a lot of people don't take that time to actually get out there and see and learning instead of like, oh, I don't know how to do it. Like, at least try and see if you can learn something yourself, because, you know, instead of just not even knowing.
A YouTube video or two and a little common sense gets you a really long way.
Now that I've been in the roofing industry for a heck of a long time, and something that I would have wanted to tell my younger self is get off that comfort zone, okay? Get out of that comfort zone, put yourself in rough situations, okay? Put yourself in uncomfortable situations, because one, knocking doors is very uncomfortable,
Yes.
okay? It's getting yourself out there. And literally, if you start as a door knocker in this industry and you build that confidence and that knowledge, I mean, you are gonna go far.
Yeah.
So
For sure.
I would have loved to have been in roofing at the age of 16 as soon as I got my first car. I would have been most likely 20 years old driving a Lambo, most likely opening up my company at the age of 20. So if you're still in high school and literally don't want to go to college, want to have freedom, stack paper, be who you want to be in this life, definitely get into construction, whether it's roofing, whether it's AC work,
Welding.
welding, I mean, electrical, plumbing. There's so many trades out there for women to go into to build a name for ourselves and, dude, make the money that we need to in this industry. Stuff's not cheap out there,
Yeah.
okay? You can't even make that $15 an hour
No.
stretch. So join. I'd love to have more
Yeah.
badass women on my team. Last question I have for you. What would you say would be the most embarrassing thing that has happened to you on a job site?
Oh my gosh. Okay, I was a rookie and I didn't know any better, right? So I went to an adjustment and I used the adjuster's ladder, which is like a big no-no, but I didn't know this. So I like climb my happy ass up on the roof and I'm like chilling and looking around, and he's like, "Did you use my ladder?" And I said, "Yeah." And he goes, "You can't do that." And I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know." This motherfucker gets down, takes his ladder with him, and leaves me on the roof.
Oh my
I'm like, what do? I didn't even like know that he had left. Like I was on the other side, and then I'm like looking for this dude, and he is fucking gone. I had to call the homeowner and be like, Mr. Homeowner, can you go to the back of my car and get my ladder out and set it up for me?
Gosh, that is, and for him to just leave you up there, how rude.
Just left me. Like, didn't even say a word. Didn't even be like, hey, just so you know, like, you can't use my... But this adjuster is also, like, well known for not being, like, a super nice guy either.
What a jerk. So he just, like, he's like, F you, I'm
Deuces.
leaving.
Deuces.
And then thank God the homeowner was there because, you know, there's been adjustment appointments where the homeowner's not there or they're at work.
I would have had to literally have called the fire department.
Oh my.
And like, I'm stuck on a roof. Can you imagine? That'd be so horrible if I had to call it was already horrible enough to call the homeowner and be like, hey, Mr. Homeowner. But to call the fire department and them coming up with sirens and lights, I would have literally died.
Yes.
I would have died.
Gosh, that brings me back to, I remember when I first started roofing and, you know, I didn't get no proper training at all. Zero. I mean, literally no training. And all I knew was algae. And all I knew was algae. And the first neighborhood that I started canvassing was River Plantation. And boy, are there freaking rude people in there. Oh my gosh. And all I was doing is knocking doors. Algae. Algae. Algae.
You have algae, you need a new roof.
And they're like, you need a new roof. And they're like, why would I need a new roof with algae? And I'm like, because it's algae. It's ugly. Like, you need a new one because algae. And I mean, that's literally, and now that I look back, I'm like, how fucking embarrassing.
Did you sell any roofs?
I mean, absolutely I did. You know, I'm all about that winging it lifestyle. If I don't know, give me a second. Give me 1 second, because I will know you. I will know. But that is funny. So speaking about knowledge, do not forget to tune in to Nick's Roofing Done Right University. That is when we're gonna show you the steps on how to do things the proper way. Because I'm so sick and tired of seeing all the janky work out there. I mean, not even proper tarp jobs. Tarps are supposed to be flashed under the shingle. If you are putting it on top of it, you are doing the complete opposite. So tune in. We're gonna have from doing tarp replacements to pipe boot repairs to shingle replacements, you know, and much more. So do not forget to tune in to Roofing Done Right University. And thank you guys for watching today. And thank you, Hannah. Thank you for taking the time and hanging out with us today. So
I loved it.
Of course. Well, tune in next time.